Hello guys, do my makeup with me today as I tell you how I almost got robbed with a fake client 2 weeks ago. Stay with me. One early morning, I received a text on my WhatsApp from a lady called Miriam asking me, "Hi Brie, I got your number from Facebook. I heard you're a makeup artist and I need your services." Apparently, she was supposed to have a wedding on Saturday, and her makeup artist bailed out on her, so she had to look for an alternative. So I was like, yeah, I do makeup services, so we can meet up and talk about what you want since you're in a hurry and you have no time. Discuss what you need for your wedding since you only have 2 weeks. We agreed to meet and we were okay. We continued with our communication, and after some few days, we agreed that now we've talked a lot. It was now time for physical meetup. We agreed on the date and time we were supposed to meet and the place. Remember, this is a lady who is supposed to be a bride here. On Thursday, she texted me telling me she'll be in Thika from morning so we can meet anytime from evening. Then I was like, I'll be free from 1 p.m. So anytime from 1 p.m. I'll be available. We can agree and meet. She was like, I will text you when I come from Thika. Then I'm like, fine, let me wait. She said she'll pick me up. Let us meet at Ruiru Bypass. Yeah. So we were to meet at Ruiru Bypass at exactly 2 p.m. So when it was 1 p.m. that Thursday, I waited for her to confirm. I waited for her to text me. She never got back. I tried texting her, contacting her, but she wasn't online. But since I wasn't that desperate, I did not call her. I waited for her to get back at her own convenient time. I waited until it was 2 p.m. without any communication. Remember, I had my own plans and I canceled them to accommodate her because she was the desperate one. At 4 p.m., Miriam calls me. "Hello, Brie. Where are you?" I tell her I'm at my house. It's 4 p.m. We were supposed to meet at 2 p.m. She tells me I was at Ruiru Bypass waiting for you, but I called you, but you never picked up. Then I'm like, hold on. I checked my phone. I did not see her missed call. She told me she waited for me for 30 good minutes at Ruiru Bypass. So I asked Miriam, what's the way forward now? Since you waited for me and I never showed up, you've waited for me 30 minutes without even notifying me. She told me now you can just come at Ruiru Bypass. Then we can board a matatu, come to Ngara. I will meet you there. Then I'm like, hold on. Why should I be coming to Ngara? We were supposed to meet at Ruiru Bypass. Why are we meeting at Ngara? Then she was like, no, just come. I'll send you the fare. Just tell me how much it is. I will send you the transport. I told her it's 100 shillings from Ruiru Bypass to Ngara. Then she was like, I will send it. Yes, she did send the 100 bob from Bypass to Ngara. So I dressed up. I took my small bag that I usually walk with some few products, just in case we needed to test her skin tone or we needed to know some small details about the kind of makeup she needed. Off I was, and by 4:40 I was at Ruiru Bypass. I called her. She sent me the transport. I boarded another matatu to Ngara. Took me about 40 minutes. So by 6 I was at Ngara, and I waited for her at the flyover, the footbridge right at Ngara. When I arrived at Ngara, I called Miriam and alerted her that I was at Ngara. Then she told me, I'm just at Ngara stage, I cannot see you. I described to her how I was wearing. Then she was like, oh, I'm in a Subaru, I'm in a car, parked just right at the gate. Then I was like, oh, I've seen you. So I was kind of nervous at first, but then I was like, okay, let's do it. I entered the Subaru. I entered the Subaru and we drove around for around 30 minutes and we went to a restaurant. She was like, oh, without mentioning, her fiance was the one driving the Subaru. Yes, she was with her so-called fiance who they were supposed to wed 2 weeks to come. Yeah. Upon arriving the restaurant, we tried to look for a better location to sit where we could both talk without anyone interrupting us. I suggested that we could sit at the end of the restaurant where there were empty chairs, but Miriam insisted we sit near the exit, near the table that was exactly at the exit. It didn't ring a bell at that time. Then I was like, okay, we can just sit near the exit. So we sat at that table exactly at the exit. Miriam asked me, what will you take? And since I have good manners, whenever I'm invited out, I don't usually order anything that I will not be able to pay for. I usually order anything that I will be able to pay for in case Kiumane. In case Kiumane, I will pay my own bill. Then I was like, no, I'll just take this soft drink and some bites. Then she was like, no, you can take some meat and ugali. Then I was like, no, okay, I'm fine with this bite and the soft drink. Guys, you can guess what Miriam and her fiancé ordered. They ordered ugali and nyama and kienyeji. Both. Each had their own ugali, nyama, and kienyeji. Each person costed 500 shillings. Miriam and her so-called fiancé, they ordered. And the fiancé ordered Tusker, which was 250 shillings. Yes, that is the meal they ordered, both of them. So after they ordered the food, before it was brought, it took almost 20 minutes for the food to get ready. Then the husband was like, the fiancé was like, no, I think I have parked the car at the wrong place, in front of someone else's shop. So he was like, let me go and pack it well as you guys wait for the food. He had already opened his bottle. He has already opened his bottle. Akamwaga kwa glass. He poured it on the glass and sipped it like 3 times. So he was like, let me go and pack the Subaru well. That was around 7. We were at the restaurant at 7. That was at 7. The fiancé did go out to pack his car to remove it out of somebody else's business. I remained with Miriam. She took her drink too. She had ordered a soft drink costing 250 shillings. Plus mine was 250 shillings. Plus my bites, which was 100 shillings. So we started talking. We have already eaten for like 5 minutes. The fiancé is not yet back. He went to park the car, but it's 5 minutes past time. He is not yet back. He is nowhere to be seen. We cannot even smell him. We cannot even feel his presence. He's not there. At this moment, Miriam is becoming anxious. I could see her shaking her legs. She was so restless. Then she came up with this statement. He's not supposed to be gone for that long. I need to call him and confirm where he is. So she takes out her phone. She tries to call her fiancé to ask where he is because it's already 15 minutes. He is not back. She took her phone. Then I was like, okay, go on. Call your fiancé, ask him where he is so that you can save on time. I forgot to tell you guys, the reason as to why we were meeting in Gara is because she was going to meet her so-called cake vendor. Yes, they were supposed to meet at 8 p.m. So the place was convenient for both of us to meet there because she was meeting 2 of her service providers, the makeup artist and the cake vendor. Then I was like, okay, let's go on and meet. So she called her fiancé, but he wasn't picking. I don't know if the phone was even ringing. I don't know if she was even calling, but she was like, he's not picking. She came back and sat down for 2 minutes, continued eating taking her drink since the food was not yet brought on the table. She took her phone again and she was like, my phone is almost dying. My battery is dying. My phone is at 2%. I need to call him before my phone dies. She continued taking her drink as she pretended to be making a call. This was now 10 minutes since the guy went to park his car. Miriam called for the 3rd time, but she said her phone was already off, so she needed to call him using another phone. She requested me to give her phone so she could call her fiancé. Time was running. Remember, we've not even discussed anything about the makeup. At this moment, it's 30 minutes down the line, 7:30. We've not discussed anything about makeup. We are now wondering, where is the fiancé? Her phone is dead. She needs to call him. Whose phone is going to be used? Mine. Yes, my phone. So I gave Miriam my phone to go and call her fiancé to see whether he will show up. But he didn't show up, just the way this foundation isn't showing up for me. Yeah, so I gave her my phone. She called, but the number wasn't going through. It said, mteja wa nambari uliopiga hapatikani kwa sasa. The person you're trying to call isn't available. So I took the phone. She was like, okay, let us wait for a minute. We will call him later after 5 minutes. That is how I was sprinkling my drink on myself. That is how Miriam was drinking her drink, the one that I was later going to pay for without knowing. At this moment, her phone is dead. It was at 2%, it's now dead. She takes my phone and calls. It doesn't go through. She stands up, goes outside. Remember, we are sitting at the table near the exit. So she goes to the exit trying to look for network. Network na simu haiendi. What's the purpose of the network if the phone is not going through? What? The moment she stands with my phone, that is the moment I turn my neck. I have a good neck. I could turn and turn. I followed her with every step she made. and she made sure that I saw what she was doing. I followed her. She stood outside trying to call. Then, when she noticed I was looking at her, she came back and sat down, placed my phone on the table, continued taking her drink. At this moment, something is ringing in my head. Something is ringing in my head. Something terrible is ringing in my head. I remembered I've heard several stories of people going to restaurants, most especially ladies, and they're being robbed, especially with men. Utaibiwa, they will take your phone and they will leave you to pay for the bill that you have eaten together with everything they have eaten. It rang my head. It crossed my head that I was about to be robbed with Miriam with her so-called fiancé. So she took my phone for the second time and stood with it. Immediately, I grabbed her hand. Remember, my bag is in her car. I did a mistake of leaving my bag. Remember, I carried a bag with some products in it, some 3 foundations, some few things. I left it in the car when we were going to the restaurant because she said we're not going to stay for long. Stupid me left my bag in the car. The moment I grabbed Miriam's hand, she was shocked because I knew the moment I let her go, that was the end of me and my phone. I grabbed her hand. She was shocked and she placed my phone on the table. She sat down in shock, shaking. She couldn't say a word. Then I asked her, why are you going out with my phone? Then she was like, let me go and try and see if the cook or the waiter can help me charge my phone. I looked at her in surprise and I was like, girl, I know what you're about to do to me. She stood with her phone without a charger and she disappeared within seconds. I did not see her going through that corner. She disappeared. I tried to look outside to see whether I could see the presence of Miriam, but I could not even feel her. She was gone. Gone. I went outside to see whether I could see her fiance's Subaru. The Subaru wasn't there. The Subaru wasn't parked. The owner of the Subaru was not around. Miriam was not to be found. I sat down and continued with my drink, pretending, trying to calm down because I knew I was about to be robbed. I have survived a robbery without violence. I sat down first, trying to relax and digest everything. Yes. I continued taking my drink. Then I had some money in my phone, so I was like, no, I'm not going to be embarrassed today. I will just pay for the drinks because we had 3 drinks on the table. One Tusker and the other 2 soft drinks, which was around 1,000 bob. Yes, so they brought the bill. The bill for the drinks was already there. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to be embarrassed. I will pay for the drinks and then I'll be on my way. I'll go. Though I've lost my bag with my items, but I'm good. I have my phone. So I'll just pay, go take a matatu and head home. Little did I know that I was lying to myself. I had a lot more to pay, not 1,000 bob. The waitress came with a bill of all the meals that they had ordered, amounting to 2,000 shillings. So if you add 2,000 plus the 1,000, that's 3,000. Remember, I only had 1,500 shillings in my phone. Yes, that's the only money I had in my phone. I tried to explain to the waitress whatever has happened. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, it happens, but you have to pay the bill because if you don't pay for the food, I will be deducted. It will be deducted from my salary. The boss has already seen it. It has already been ordered and packed for. So I'm sorry, but you'll just have to pay for the food, everything, because I'll be the one to pay for it. At this moment, I'm even sympathizing with her more than myself because she will pay for 2,000. She has not eaten. I had to start thinking out of the box. I was stranded. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start looking for that money. I had to pay 3,000 shillings that I had not planned for. I have lost my bag with my items. I still have to pay. It took me some minutes. They brought the food. I said, what? Let me eat the food that I'm going to pay for. I was going to look for that money, but let me eat first. I unwrapped the food and started eating. It was now at 9 p.m. I still haven't found a solution to where I'm going to get the bill to pay. I haven't gotten any solution. I have to head home. I'm in Ngara at 9 p.m. A lady. I made calls. I called 3 of my friends and they were able to help me. I really, really thank God for them. They bailed me out on this. They sent me the money and I paid for the bill. I cleared it and I was on my way back home. I've never had such an experience. I was at the peak of being robbed. I imagined myself without my phone, stranded in Ngara. Where was I going to start? So, makeup artists, we are in so much danger. I've come to realize that because you meet so many people. They come as clients, but they are con men and con women, and most of the time we do not know. She came to me, looked for me, She took my number from my Facebook, looked for me as a makeup artist. I decided to meet her sincerely because I felt her pain over your makeup artist backing up on you on 2 weeks to your wedding. I know she was stressed. Little did I know that this is a con woman, together with her group that go around conning people, stealing ladies' phones, making them to pay for bills. I imagined myself being told maybe to clean the hotel, the restaurant. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I was going to do if I had no money. Maybe they would have told me to leave my phone with them. But my main concern was the lady. She really, really cried. She really begged me because her salary was going to be deducted for the food that she was not going to eat. Someone will ask me, will you still go and meet someone else? Probably yes, because not everyone is the same. I've met with clients before, genuine ones, so I'm not scared to take another risk. I definitely will. That is the hard lesson I learned this round. If you meet with anyone and at any point they start saying, my phone is dying, huh? So how comes your phone started dying the moment we met? Huh? Your phone decided to die immediately we met. If you meet with someone, they start telling you my phone is dying, run away. Run away. Run away. Be careful out there. People sprinkle budget on you. Be careful.